I've got the aluminum in there, getting nice and warm. Took a measurement of getting 1700 degrees on the side. I've got that on 12 pounds. 12 pounds of air. Yeah, the aluminum's melting down in there now. See if I can get around there. Grab this phone monitor where I can see what you're seeing. Not sure if you can pick that up or not, that molten aluminum, but it's melting down in there. So a couple more minutes and it should be totally melted, and then I can pour it in my mold here. So cupcake ingots. So I guess while we're waiting on that to melt, better start preheating my mold. Got some WD-40 in there, trying to dissolve some of that rust. I'll probably have to make 3 or 4 sets of ingots really to get a lot of that rust out of there. I think I bought that mold about 6 months ago. It's just taking me forever to get around to doing this. Guess I'll back away from that thing and be a little quieter. I was heating that borax up earlier. My wife called me to come eat. From the back door I could hear this thing burning. It's about 50 feet away. I say I've got about almost half a gallon of oil used since I've been out here playing today. Like I say, I got to give a few minutes to melt them ingots all the way through. That's going to take a few minutes. Not really sure how long. This thing's doing pretty good for no more gas I've got in it. So I've been running at 10 pounds, just turn it up to 12 just to kind of speed things up a little. But when I run it in that melting pot over there, I run that thing at well over 30. So yeah, it's burning that WD-40 out, which is a good thing. But to kind of show you why I wanted to, I thought I was recording earlier, and then I looked at that phone and the little square button wasn't on there. But some of these things get crud like that. So it's got stuff that's falling out of the melting pot down into the aluminum, and I couldn't sell that. I couldn't sell that to somebody who wants to do sand casting. You know, I have to look them over pretty good. Something like this one, I could probably break this little piece off here, cut it off, grind it off, something. That one I could probably sell, so I'm gonna have to sort through these. I've got a bucket there and a couple buckets here, but so it's got dark spots on it. I could probably do something with that. I don't know. Something like this though, that looks pretty rough. That side doesn't look bad, but the way it looks here, and I see particles of stuff in it, so I wouldn't want to sell that like that. I wouldn't want to buy it like that, so I don't plan on selling it like that. be all melted off. So we're going to shut that off. I should have probably got another brick out to set this on where it doesn't cool off real fast on that metal. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh yeah, I think that's going to work okay. Fair. Well, maybe not the best. Something rounded would sure work better. I saw something on a recycling deal a while back, the other day, that something about they found a way now they can melt aluminum and not have any dross. This would probably work a lot better on a warm day. It's like 38 degrees out here, so this aluminum's cooling off fast. There's probably at least a cupcake holder down in there. Yeah, I think that WD-40 is still burning off. Okay. I'm going to set this back down in there. Actually, I might run in, grab one more of those cupcakes, ingots, set it down in there. And once that cools off a little bit, where'd that nasty one go? There it is. Fire that back up and let it melt. That might make enough to make 4 more. I guess we'll see. I get what I can out of it. But if I put 2 in there, that'll probably be about what I started with, because I think there's about 1 cupcake full. It may not take that long now to do this one, since it's already got some molten aluminum in there. But get that oil back up into the burner. Right now we're just pumping heat in there with the propane. There's a difference in sound. Let that sit for a few minutes like that. I don't think there's any big hurry. getting that out of the mold. I think the more it cools, the better. The more as it cools, it'll contract and it'll drop down in there a little better. I might take this to the bench grinder, try to round the corners a little bit. Oh, I think I did. Guess I should have said watch your ears if you got headphones on, but I know about half my viewers watch from their cell phones. So sorry about that, guys. I'll try to be more aware. That melted up pretty fast. Let's see, it's 17 to 4. Probably want to pull that, dump them out of the mold before, you know, quick enough to, yeah, it seems to be melting pretty good. Get you guys a little view of that. Grab my monitor so I can see. You can see it down in there. It's already starting to melt. We'll I can get a temperature. Crucible's not real hot yet. 1400 degrees. So yeah, it's melting. A few minutes. Dump these out on that rusty old thing there, so try to keep them halfway clean. I got this rack here, see if they'll dump out. Oh yeah, see they kind of look not the prettiest on this side, so that's why I say it's probably going to take 2 or 3 pours before they start coming out clean, so I'll probably have to remelt all those. At least when I remelt those, I know how many it's going to take to make Once I get that clean, I need to figure out a way to store it, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty well melted down, so we'll get our mold heated up again. I probably need to make a little wire rack that'll kind of fit down in there so it won't slide. Where I can actually set that a little above it, where it might heat it a little more evenly. Right now the center two are getting heated up real nice. The outer edges aren't really getting that much heat. It is cast iron, so it'll transfer. I'll give it a minute. Video's probably getting long, but I've been wanting to play with this little furnace here for quite some time. I built this thing last summer before last. This is my first actual fire in it, so actual melt. I'm kind of excited. Okay, let me take the steer rod, see what we got. Yeah, we're total liquid. We are total liquid. total liquid. We'll go ahead and shut that off. Get this top off of here. I didn't think about only running that one ingot down in there because I had to dip the dross off. I got to reach down a little deeper in there. And I should have brought another fire brick out while I was doing all that. And you can see all the dross down in there. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, let's go ahead and see how much we can get poured here out of this batch. Do we get 3 ingots, 4 ingots? Yeah, it's probably good I only brought one out. I still got a little bit in there, but that's very little in there, so I don't know if I can. Yeah, that's about it right there. Okay, I'm going to set that back down in the furnace to let it cool off slowly. Yeah, I've been waiting quite a while to do what I just did, so I'm kind of excited. I say I bought that mold off Amazon probably 6 months ago. I'll have to look, but it's been a while. And yeah, it's been quite a while. It wind's a little chilly, so that ought to cool everything off quickly. Just curious. 4,700 degrees yet. 4,700 degrees. What are these? Let's see. Those are 39.9 degrees. I don't know if you can see that there. 318, 330, 345, kind of bouncing around. 273, 250, 260. One mold would kind of keep me pretty busy. Kind of. 2 molds would be better, even if I only poured 6 ingots. Of course, it might be a little harder to heat 2 molds on that thing, to preheat 2 of them. Let me curiosity, and I imagine you guys would probably like to know too, what does one of these weigh? Let's take it over to the scale and find out. Kind of a cute little ingot, which, I'm just starting out on this, so I'll get more molds as I go. Zeroed out. I probably need to put something on there so I don't melt that, or wait till this thing to totally cool. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. We'll set that on there. Now zero it. .6 ounces. So 2 of them will be over 8 ounces. So all 4 of them's a little over a pound. And I was looking on eBay, and it's running $3 to $4 a pound on a lot of those aluminum ingots. And that's small enough, it will fit in about even a small crucible, smaller than mine. That's kind of what I wanted. This will fit in one of those little ones that go in those little tall cylinders that go in one of them little electric ones. furnaces. Of course, most of the time those are used for silver or gold. So between the 4 of those, it'll be a little over a pound. So these might be cool enough now to not yet. We'll let it sit for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna call it quits on this video. We've been going quite a while. I think it already quit. Maybe this thing was recording, but it was showing that it had stopped. So I'm not sure. Until I get this on the computer, I'm not sure exactly what we had. But just in case it didn't get it, I just weighed one of these ingots, and it weighed 4.6 ounces. So the 4 of them will be a little over a pound. And the nice thing about these is they're so small, I guess it's still too warm to dump these out. It sort of be handy to have 2 or 3 of these, and them little molds are about 25 bucks a piece. So like I said, I would like to get another one. That way when I do the 3, put the 3 ingots in there, I can get maybe 1 or 2 more of these little ingots with the second mold. And then I can put 3 more ingots in and do it over. And by the time that's hot enough to pour, I should have these others dumped out and preheated. Might be a little more difficult to preheat on top of that with 2 molds, but I can possibly make some kind of a rack to fit in there, fit over it, keep it about a ½ inch above it, where the heat will spread out a little more evenly. But once all that cools off, everything will kind of contract and it should pour out pretty good. So I'm not sure how long this video is getting to be, so I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. And if you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Hit that notification bell and you can see other videos as they come out. I'm trying to get where I can do more melting videos, but as weather permits. As you can see, I got a lot of grass around here. I just brought a lot of this dirt in here trying to level it up because I want to add on here. But what I may do is get all this stuff out of here, do a controlled burn. That way I don't have to worry about fires, but I try to keep it hosed down. I got a hose right here available for safety. And as you can see, I got a pretty good pile over there to melt. So in my melting pot there. And after I get it down into these smaller ingots, I need to cut these apart, probably on bandsaw or take a grinder or something, or remelt them. That might just sit in the crucible just like that, so that one might be okay. Yeah, same thing with that one. But a lot of these aren't coming out as clean as I'd like them to, because sometimes when the stuff is dripping down in there, I get crud. As you can see, there's a big pile of ash under there right now, so that stuff will fall down into the ingots, and I really do not feel comfortable about selling ingots with crud like that in them. So that was kind of my plan from the beginning, was to remelt them where I could scrape the dross off and then have a better looking ingot. Right now I'm going to have to probably do a few melts where I can get the mold cleaned up good, and where the top of it will come out looking good. So I just got to put it somewhere where it's not going to get water on it now, or spray it down with some spray oil or something, because that'll burn off when I start preheating it. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you see more, hit the like button, the thumbs up, share it with your friends, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.